I'm here with Chief Kenneth Richards of the Old Mystic Fire Department and Connecticut Workforce Solutions Program. Chief Richards, thank you for being with us today.
You're very welcome.
Now, you play a big role in the Workforce Solutions Program, particularly in Connecticut, but paint a picture for me of what the goal is for the Workforce Solutions Program nationally and on a local level.
The goal of the program nationally and locally is to give the local departments more access to materials and people that they might not have access to on a local level. It gives them access to more funding, more help from people at the national level that they can call up and get ideas to help them recruit and retain volunteers in their local communities.
Now, you said those two key words, recruiting and retaining. What are some of the challenges that fire departments are facing recruiting and retaining volunteer firefighters?
The biggest thing going on right now is society has changed. You have both parents working now, a lot of different activities. Kids are, instead of playing outside in the playground or in the backyard running through the woods, we've got activities of soccer games, baseball games. So both parents are pretty strapped as far as working and then taking care of all the kids with all their outside activities. So it doesn't leave too much time to volunteer at a local volunteer fire department or ambulance service.
Right. Now, I know the Workforce Solutions Program has some pretty innovative marketing techniques to recruit. What are some of those?
Well, when they first come in and you get the program set up, they do a lot of marketing programs. We did several training programs, leadership training programs in the state to bring the volunteers in and then introduce them to the program along with some leadership training to learn how to be good leaders to get people into the departments. We had refrigerator magnets that we passed out at local stores, banners that we put into supermarkets and hardware stores. What they do is they come in and they interview you and they give you a report that says the majority of the people that are going to volunteer in your community go to Big Y, they go to Home Depot. So that's where you can focus your efforts on your banners and your handouts for people. One of the biggest things we did in Connecticut where we felt it was really thinking out of the box is we had an opportunity to put our logo, Everyday Heroes logo, and Do You Have What It Takes, with the website that they can go to request to volunteer and the 1-800 number to volunteer. We actually had an opportunity to put that logo on a NASCAR racing truck, which races throughout Connecticut. And we got a banner put up at the local raceway, which is there for the full year. And every time the truck's there, you see that as they're going around. The truck's available to go to any kind of event that a local fire department wants to have. The truck will show up. You can put your kids in it, take pictures of the kids in the truck. And our logo was plastered all over the hood and all over the back of the truck. And it was a huge success. We had a Firefighters night at the local speedway, and we had over 5,000 people show up that night. We gave out T-shirts that we got from the program, the workforce program, and it was an outstanding night. The people that own the racetrack said it was the biggest event they've had in over 15 years.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. Has there been any particular data point or success story that's been particularly eye-opening for you?
I think the biggest thing that was eye-opening for us was the racetrack event with the amount of people we drew that night. And the other thing is as we were going through our training programs, we were trying to very much bring it into where we thought the volunteers were available to come to the events. And what we found out is a lot of the events that we started to hold on Saturdays didn't have a large turnout, but the ones that we held during the week did. So what that's telling us is that a volunteer's time on the weekends with the kids going to soccer, the kids going to baseball, and family events is far more important to them than, say, taking a vacation day or taking some time off of work to attend an event like training. So that was an eye-opening moment for us to see the big difference between they'd rather not give up the Saturday, but they'd rather give up some time away from work on the weekday to go to a training program.
I see. And finally, how do you think volunteer firefighters can be retained with all of these challenges that we're facing today?
The key element in retaining a volunteer is you have to make sure that the time they spend at the firehouse is well spent, don't waste their time, and they need to be treated as equals. They need to be treated as a vital part of that organization. If you don't do that, you're going to lose them to some organization that's going to treat them like that.
Chief Richards, thank you for being with us today.
You're very welcome.